Welcome back to Beauty Scoop, the series where we put new celebrity beauty brands and trends to the test. In this episode, we're trying out Blake Brown, Blake Lively's new hair care line. In case you were wondering, Brown is Blake's father's last name. He took her mother's name, Lively, when they wed. Comprised of 8 products, all priced under $25, Blake Brown launched on August 4th at Target after more than 7 years of work, as the actress shared in a press release. Quote, "I was determined to bottle up a premium, salon-quality hair care line that's cleaner, cruelty-free, easier, yummier, more sustainable, and more accessible than anything I saw out there." The line launched with 2 shampoos and 2 masks, one aimed at nourishing, the other at strengthening, plus a pre-shampoo mask, dry shampoo, mousse, and leave-in treatment. Notably, there's no traditional conditioner in the lineup. That's because Blake exclusively uses masks after every wash, a trick she learned from years of working with some of the best hairstylists in Hollywood. The Gossip Girl star has said she wanted Blake Brown to be the less expensive, cleaner version of Kerastase, the luxury hair care brand she's used and loved for years. To find out if she achieved that goal, and if her products might magically transform our hair into the lush, Lively-esque locks of our dreams, we ordered the full range to put to the test. First up, Blake Brown's dry shampoo, which I tried out at the best possible time, during the agonizing post-keratin treatment period when you can't wash your hair for 3 days. I spritzed it into my limp, lifeless, greasy bangs and hoped for a miracle. And for the most part, it delivered, adding volume and lift along with a lovely but not overpowering amber vanilla scent. It also didn't leave a whitish cast in my dark brunette hair, which I appreciated. One caveat, when I used it for several consecutive days, I did detect a bit of residue at my roots, but that's to be expected with most, if not all, dry shampoos. Taylor and I liked how beautifully the Fundamental Nourishing shampoo lathered up, and we loved the scent. While I was pleased to discover Blake Brown shampoos are both sulfate-free, I wasn't a fan of the fact that they contain sodium chloride, aka salt. Still, since it's pretty far down on the ingredient list and I tend to only shampoo once a week, I went forward with my test, and I'm glad I did. Taylor and I then both used the corresponding Fundamental Nourishing mask, which was a big hit. I wholeheartedly agree with Blake that a mask, or even just a rich conditioner left on for a few extra minutes, is the gold standard when it comes to achieving soft, shiny hair. This one was especially thick and buttery and left my hair feeling soft, moisturized, and, well, nourished. Taylor, meanwhile, told me this was her favorite product of the bunch and was great at detangling her gorgeous curls. One thing to note, while Blake Brown's packaging is definitely pretty, it's not the most user-friendly. I found that the gigantic cap on this mask in particular was a bit tricky to screw on, especially with wet hands. Astra tried the line's Fundamental Strengthening shampoo, since she told me her hair is on the more dry and damaged side after years of heat styling and coloring. She loved how it sudsed up and was a big fan of the sandalwood vanilla fragrance. She followed it up with the Fundamental Strengthening mask, which she left on for a few minutes so it could do its job, and said her hair felt smooth and soft afterward. Both Taylor and Astra sampled the Rich Reset pre-shampoo mask as well, but delivered very different reviews. Astra wasn't a fan of the fact that it takes 30 minutes to work, but loved the mask's creamy consistency and sandalwood scent. And after waiting the required half hour, she said it left her hair feeling smooth and soft. Taylor wasn't so into the mask, saying the cap was a little tough to unscrew and that her hair felt somewhat stripped after using it. Then again, she only used it for 10 minutes, not the recommended 30. After washing and masking, I tried out the all-in-wonder leave-in potion, and again was a bit befuddled by the packaging. The formula's thicker than you'd expect, more like a lotion than an oil, and it wasn't the easiest to spray directly onto my hair. That said, the detangling and smoothing properties impressed me, and the bergamot scent was beautiful. I found it curious that a treatment billed as all-in-one wasn't marketed as a heat protectant, however. That said, the ingredient list includes alkanes, panthenol, and plant-based proteins, which are all effective at protecting the hair from hot styling tools, so make of that what you will. Finally, Taylor tested the Glam Mousse, and despite not being much of a mousse girl, she found that it gave her hair hold without frizz and made her curls feel lightweight and soft while adding major volume, particularly at her roots. She told me she'll definitely be keeping this one in her lineup, and she loved the blackcurrant and vanilla fragrance. Sensing a theme here? Final verdict? Overall, we were pleased with the performance, and particularly the fragrance, of Blake Brown's first offerings. We especially enjoyed the richly scented lather of the shampoos and the deeply moisturizing masks. That said, it's clear there are still some kinks the team needs to work out in terms of the product's packaging. They sure do look pretty on the shelf, though.